Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing a tutorial on how I created these beautiful doily envelopes. They are so gorgeous, guys. They are perfect in housing these rosettes that I made out of that metallic paper from Michaels. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get on with the tutorial. So let me just start off by saying that I created these mini envelopes out of heart doilies. So you're gonna need some heart doilies. These are both from the Dollar Tree around Valentine's Day. Hopefully it's not too hard for you guys to find some lace doilies, heart-shaped doilies. Hopefully you have some lying around in your stash. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of each color. And this one here is kind of hard to take apart. You have to be very gentle, very careful. So that they're very delicate, so you don't want to rip them. If you feel like there's a lot of resistance, turn the other way like I just did. When you're pulling them apart, pull in a different direction. So let's grab one pink and one white. And to embellish these, we're going to be using the Sunny Days collection by Maggie Holmes. I'm so in love with this collection, guys. I've been solely playing with that collection so far. I have not touched any of the other Maggie Holmes collections yet. Alright, so I'm going to grab one pink and one white heart-shaped doily. Now you're going to need a square, or a rectangle, I should say, piece of, this is just a tag from clothes, and it has rounded edges. That is very important. I should probably measure this for you guys. Of course, I never have any rulers. I would say this is maybe 3 by 2 inches, 3 by 1.5 inches. So this is so simple, guys. All you're gonna do is make sure there's 2 parts of your doily, the outside and the inside, and you can kind of tell which is the inside. We're gonna lay it upside down so that our outside piece is facing down and our inside piece is facing up. Then you're gonna take your little template, little tag, and we are going to, you can kind of eyeball this, guys. I don't measure it completely. I just kind of fold this up so that a little bit of it is showing, not too much, just like that. And I'm going to crease that down. Okay. Then we're going to unfold that. While holding this in place, you want to place it in the middle as best as you can. We're going to fold on both of these ends, like so. Just like so. Make sure you crease it down well. And that is just about it. We're just gonna glue this part together. Now you can take this flap, excuse me, and you can crease the top. I just do it just in case the person will want to close it. You'll have this pretty doily like that, but I leave this flap open. Alright, so then you're going to take your little template out. And guys, I like to use wet glue for this. So what I do is I feel like my daughter's been using this glue because I have barely used this and it's like almost gone. So I'm pretty sure that she's been using this. I'm gonna get her for using my stuff. So I'm just gonna apply glue, not everywhere, just in certain spots, and I am just gonna adhere that down. And there you have your mini envelope doily. I like to rub my fingers in the inside to make sure it's not sticking. So here we have our mini envelope. It's so beautiful. It's very delicate. I love it. It's so cute. And it is perfect to house this beautiful rosette. So let's do another one. Again, there's the front side of the doily and the back side. You can tell better with this pink one. So we're going to lay it upside down. We're going to use our little template. And again, I like to put it in the middle. We're just going to eyeball it. And I want it to be covering about that much. And I'm going to hold this template in place and crease down on the entire bottom side, like so. Then we're going to unfold that piece. Holding our template in place, we are going to fold the sides. Make sure you get a nice little crease on both sides. And then we are just going to, while those two sides are folded, bring up that top flap. And we're going to glue this part, adhere this part together. It's a good idea to keep this little template in there so that you can definitely have some room in there for whatever you're gonna house. So I'm just applying very minimal glue to certain areas. As you can see, a little bit of glue goes a long way. And I'm just going to hold that down, press it down. Alright, so while that's drying, I'll go ahead and fold this flap down. This one's a little bit crooked, but you're barely gonna tell. No, it's not that crooked, a little bit. But it's not gonna matter for this project. And then I'm gonna slide this out, and here we have this beautiful envelope. I'm gonna stick my rosette in here. I don't know, I like to have the rosette in here while I'm embellishing it. So that is how you create these dainty little mini envelopes using doilies, heart-shaped doilies. I had to take that out because I don't want this to bend. Guys, be very careful with these because they are, again, very delicate. There we go. So I think that looks perfect, and we're going to go ahead and embellish these. So as I said before, we're going to be using the Sunny Days collection by Maggie Holmes. Now what I did to embellish these is I cut out a ton of ephemera from the paper pads. This is my little case. I cut out tons of stuff. Now in the 6x8 paper pad, there's these. Let me just show you guys, because I did put it here to show you all. This is the 6x8, And I like the 6x8s because there's a ton of smaller pieces that you can cut, like this cameras for instance. On a 12x12 there will be a bigger scale. So I love that these are a smaller scale, you know, embellishments that you can use. So I cut those out, and I cut out the florals from the 6x8. And then from the 12x12, I fussy cut some of these butterflies. And guys, I bought these from Joann's. They sell them single paper sheets from Joann's. Alright, so here are my fussy cut pieces. I'm not the best at fussy cutting, guys, so don't judge me. And see, you can see this is the 12x12 butterfly, and this is from the 6x8, so you can see the difference. We're going to be using a bigger butterfly on these envelopes. You're also going to need some trim. So I have this tassel trim from Hobby Lobby in the color peach and teal. I think I want to use the teal one. We'll use the teal one. And then also I'm going to be using this gold foiled leaf trim from Hobby Lobby also. And the star of the show, in my opinion, is this piece of tulle from this Joann tool that I hauled a long time ago. I'm in love with this stuff, guys. It adds just a really nice texture to your projects. Alright, so let's get started. For this pink one, I am going to just take a piece of this tulle. And you don't need much of this. Just a little sliver like that. Nice little rectangle. Let me actually cut out two. Just cut out two. And I'm gonna bust out my hot glue for this one. And I'm just gonna put tiny little dabs in the areas where it's not really gonna seep through to what's on the inside. You can kind of see where it's like double layered. I would stick it like right there and right there. Not in areas like this, of course. So just like a little bit of glue here, here, here. Doesn't take much. And then I'm just gonna place that there and press it down like so. Okay. Once you do that, you can go ahead and trim this little part here. Just a few snips. Like so. And I'm gonna actually add a little bit more. Well, no, I don't think we'll need it. Alright, so for this pink one, I'm gonna take a little bit of trim. I'm just gonna kind of line up how I want it. So I'm gonna have my butterfly here, and then we're gonna do a camera. I hate to do pink on pink though. So just kind of play with it and see what colors look good to you. I actually think this will look better on not. So when it comes to embellishment, guys, it kind of takes me a while, just because I'm so indecisive. So just kind of pick out what looks good to you. I don't know, I feel like that's too much pink. Maybe we'll do this green, and instead of this color trim, we'll use that peach one. No, it blends too much. But this is kind of my thought process when I'm doing these. I wonder if I have another mustard color one. I like that pop of color. Yeah, I do. Perfect. See, if this was a white background, that wouldn't be an issue. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to kind of place it on there to see how I want it. And I like to really conserve my trim. So I'm not going to cut too much, just what I need. Little snip there. And I'm going to make sure that when I glue this, that I leave space down here. So I'm just going to grab my hot glue. And I'm just going to lay that trim down like so. Then I'll add my butterfly about there. I want it at an angle. So just a little bit of hot glue. I'll take this out because I don't want it to get ruined. About there, I would say. Stick your finger in the inside to make sure that you don't glue your envelope together if you're using hot glue. And you guys could totally use wet glue for this. I'm just going to use this because I prefer it. And for the purposes of this video, it's just a quick dry. So then I'm going to actually mount the camera. I want it to be raised. So I'm going to use one of these foam pieces. When I'm sticking it to the paper, I don't really put hot glue because it sticks pretty well. But when I'm sticking it to something else, I do add a little bit of hot glue for security. And I'm just going to place that like so. Alright, so there is our first one. Now let's work on the white one. So again, I'm going to trim this inner part. Now I'm going to kind of place how I want things. So let's actually use one of the florals that I fussy cut. We'll use that one there. Then I'm gonna want camera here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use this color yet. And then we're gonna add some of our trim. I like to measure it first because again, I don't want to waste anything. So I would make sure that 3 leaves are on one side and 2 are on the other. That fits perfectly for this size. And again, I'm just gonna lay that out how I want it to make sure that I love it before I make everything permanent. I think we could use, yeah, I think I'll use this color. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and adhere this down. I'm just going to put a few touches of glue on a few of these leaves, probably here, here, and here. And then I'll carefully place that like so. Sorry guys, I want to add some more glue under that leaf. Make sure nothing's sticking. Now we're going to add our other elements. I'm just going to go ahead and add some glue to the camera roll. And I'm going to lay that down flat. And we're going to add dimension to the flower. So again, getting one of those little foam squares or rectangles. These are from the Dollar Tree. I always use these. I'm going to cut this one in half. And I'm going to place one here. And a little bit next to that one. And I'm going to add some hot glue to that for some added security. And I'm just going to adhere that like so. Should have probably put another piece here. I want to glue this down a little more because I don't like how it's flopping everywhere. I can't believe my daughter used all my glue up. So upset with her. I hate it when they sneak things from me. There we go. So there is our second one. And to top it off, I just want to add a few sequins to further embellish these. So I have this little tin where I kind of mixed a few excuse me, a few sequins, and I'm gonna pick out a few to embellish. Let's do a little gold one, I guess, or maybe this bright pink. I'm just gonna add 2 or 3, kind of like that, and then maybe one of this like really iridescent ones. Yeah. I like that. So I'm just gonna kind of place it where I think I may want it before I adhere it. I like that. And then now this one, Let's add a pink one here. I'm gonna do a lighter pink one, a matte pink one here, and then one of those iridescent ones here. Yeah, I like that. So to adhere these down, I found that these little glue dots work best. So I'm just gonna pull one off, adhere it to the paper, and just press down my sequin. And then one here. Just do whatever looks best to your eye. And if you guys don't have some of these supplies, use whatever you have available. Isn't that cute? Love it, love it, love it, love it. And let's go ahead and stick these down. I think I want to see how this looks this way. I think I like that better. So I'll stick my glue dot. If you guys don't have sequins, use some rhinestones. Use whatever you have available. And there we go. You have two beautiful embellished doily envelopes. And the recipient can take this out. They have this to embellish, and they can use this for something else. Alright guys, so that is it for this tutorial. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this and you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did, so I can make more tutorials like this for you guys if you're interested. I love you guys, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.